Councilperson of the Year is not necessarily an award that we give out every year. It's only presented when the nominating committee feels there was an outstanding contributor to PTA at the district level. This year, we are actually giving the award to two individuals, Nina DeWicki and Lisa Williams, who were the District Reflections Chairs. I know everyone will agree that they're very deserving of this award. As many of you know, the Reflections program changed this year, and we were asked to perform judging at the district or council level. This meant keeping all the unit chairs informed of changing requirements, moving up due dates by almost a month, and finding district level judges. Nina and Lisa did all these things with great organizational skills and patience. They sent out weekly updates to the units, found some wonderful judges for our children's work. We had students from the College for Creative Studies judge. We had a professional filmographer. We had students in the music program at Wayne State University judge our music compositions. They also answered what I think may have been literally thousands of questions from the district reflections chairs and even the state PTA. And finally, I know Nina drove in some horrible weather, which we had lots of this winter, to Ann Arbor to make sure that our students' entries were delivered to and accepted by the state. She spent hours there that day making sure that they accepted every single one of our entries. Then, once the entries were delivered at the state office, both Nina and Lisa jumped right into making sure our district celebration ran smoothly and showcased our students' talents. As council president, and I know all the other presidents out there will agree with me, it is invaluable to have people run a program that you know will get it done, that makes sure that every little detail is taken care of. And because Lisa and Nina were able to do that for me, I hardly had to think about reflections the whole year. And I very much appreciate that. That's why I'm happy to present these two ladies with Council Member of the Year for 2014. Thank you, Nina. No, I'm so glad you did that.
Both Tim Lynch and Stephanie Kaplan embody all that is right for children in our community. Together, they are a powerful voice for all our children. Thank you, Stephanie and Tim, for your collaboration, your commitment, your integrity, and Tim for going to the polls on Election Day, even very late on Election Day at key precincts to talk face-to-face with our voters. Tim was very passionate about doing that this year. Thank you, Stephanie and Tim, for chairing the Citizens for Weld Lake Schools Committee 2 years in a row. Mostly thank you for passing the critical safety, security, and technology $67.5 million bond that will positively affect every student and staff member in our district. Your efforts will provide a host of security systems, including a new phone system, new fire alarm system, internal and external door keyless entry systems, new plaque systems, video surveillance systems, and other precautionary measures that will both upgrade our buildings and provide a new level of safety and security for our students and families. As well, all of our classrooms will be equipped with equitable instructional technology that will give new meaning to hands-on and real-life learning. It gives me great pleasure to present the District PTSA Council Distinguished Service Awards to both Stephanie Kaplan and Tim Lynch.
You know, sometimes in your life you're fortunate enough to work with someone who is just the consummate professional. Someone who has that rare combination of intelligence, creativity, and really good humor. The person I'm thinking about is really balanced in both his personal and his work life, makes huge contributions to our school district, and has done so year after year for the past 13 years. This person does the job day, night, weekends, holidays, summer, actually especially in the summer, and still finds a way to laugh even during stressful times. The person is very passionate about doing his best work for the children, staff, and for the entire community. Since 2001, this person has managed to keep all of our facilities in the entire district in amazing condition, both inside and outside. He's very upset now, I can see it. That's just too bad, you deserve it. He has managed a $2 million sinking fund budget annually and is responsible for paving miles of parking lots and athletic facilities, replacing miles of carpet, thousands of doors, dozens of roofs, and other important facility repairs that are essential to keep our buildings in good repair. He's worked on both sinking fund elections, a few bond elections, hundreds of bids and bid openings to ensure decisions about the projects are prudent, smart, and what's best for the district. He keeps spreadsheets of every need for every building. He knows when boilers need to be replaced, when every building was opened, how many square feet in each facility. You can test him after, it's amazing. And how many classroom doors, windows are in each building. He oversees and maintains all of the facilities here, including transportation, food service, lawn cutting, snow removal, thank you for the past winter, and energy management. He's responsible for bringing the current energy management system to our district. He bid the initial service, explained to the board why this was a smart initiative, and he's responsible for helping us avoid millions of dollars in expenses that could have gone to companies, but instead went into the classroom. He made sure all those buzzer systems that you love were installed for increased safety this year at all of our buildings. He was, and doesn't like to talk about it, but he was the highest vote getter in the recent Michigan School Business Officials Board election, and he proudly represents more than 500 school districts in the state on the MSBO board. He's been a regular presenter at their conference each year, and is a great presenter as well. Loves to fish, sometimes catches turtles, but he loves to fish. Loves to hunt, and sometimes runs into bears who are hibernating. Maybe he'll talk about that a little bit. He really is our own Bob the Builder. I'd like to thank him for keeping our schools clean, our children fed, our buses on the road safely. Thank you for your level head, your calm demeanor, and your great sense of humor. It is my pleasure on behalf of the PTSA Council to award the Administrator of the Year to Mr. Bill Chatfield.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Gutman. And this time I really do mean that. Thank you. This puts me in a tough spot. It's about the first time in my life I cannot say no to the PTSA. Because I have that reputation, I think, around the district of being the no guy. If there's any principals who would agree with that, raise your hand. And I tell you what, I really love my job. I enjoy my job. I work with a great group of people. And the best times are when I can meet with a school and a PTA very often, because the job's great, but the people are really what make it even better. And when I can meet and we can come up with a plan to put in a courtyard, build a garden, build a track, anything like that, and I can actually say yes, and yeah, we can even run a sprinkler head out there, and we can run the irrigation line. It lets me leave there glad I was able to help out and do something for the school, the parents, and their kids, and that's what we're here for. So thank you very much.
Would Nancy Scott please come on up here and stand next to me? Do my best to convey that one prayer can make such a difference in our lives. Nancy has been on the Walled Lakes PTSA Council for 6 years, serving as president for the past 2 years. She has also served on PTSA Council as vice president, secretary, and most other positions. She has compiled the PTSA directory and helped with every other PTSA Council event possible over the last 6 years. She has been involved in the Parenting Education Fair, Reflections, attended the state PTA conferences, has been a true advocate for children in Walled Lake and in the state and in the country. She has gone to Lansing, wrote legislatures, and has advocated for equitable and fair funding for public education in our state. She has served on the sinking fund and bond committees during the past 2 years. I get it? Yeah, okay. Now, I've had the pleasure of working with Nancy for the past 7 years, and look forward to her being part of the Northern Nation for another 4 years as her son Jason moves up from 8th grade to 9th grade.
Well, you haven't had Jason in your school yet.
I'm sure it's going to be fun. The package deal looks great. I'll take it. Northern's a great school, and I'm very proud to tell people where I work and what I do. Nancy Scott's leadership within the PTSA has helped us continue to attract the best families from all over our area. Instead of listing all of the many things she's done for Northern, I'd like to just give you a special compliment by using a favorite quote from my grandmother. Now, Grandma Babsha came from the old world, and she didn't always give a lot of praise. She wasn't one big on everybody gets a trophy. But when she said someone was good people, that was about the highest praise that you would ever hear Grandma give to someone else. And I can't think of anybody else who meets that standard than Nancy Scott. Nancy Scott is good people. Please join me in the round of applause.
As a parent of former children in the district, both my kids have graduated from the district. My last child, my daughter Allison, graduated last year. I wanted to let you know that your impact on kids goes beyond their time here in high school. And I want to relay a quick story. So my daughter was home and we went to breakfast at one of the breakfast places here on Haggerty. And while she was eating her French toast, I said, "Hey Allison, I'm speaking to the PTA this weekend. Do you have anything, what do you think I should say?" And without looking up, she said, "Just say PTSA is awesome." And then she added, "I should pull open my shirt to show a I Heart PTSA scrawled across my chest." What's kind of missing is that here tonight we also see a new set of parent leaders for our schools, and I think that's pretty wild, actually. And I think it's funny how sometimes the everyday extraordinary gets lost amid the other not so everyday extraordinary events. But I know, we all know, that what you all do for our children is nothing short of extraordinary. And it is done every year, every month, every day. Or as some would say, you are there for every child, every day. And you've supported our students in Lansing and our financial needs, and we've heard all about that. But it really is because of your passion for our children, your dedication to do all the little extraordinary things you do that we're able to produce high-achieving, thoughtful, and caring students. So I guess awesome is the best way to say it. Thank you again for all you have done, and congratulations once again to the officers for the 2014-15 school year. Congratulations.